You know, a lot of people have been saying I've been posting a lot of Foch videos, and before that it was the BZ75, and now we're on the Jagdpanzer E100, and that's gonna be due to the fact that I've already posted like 2 videos on the Jag this month, and not just that, but I pre-recorded a video on the Jag that I was planning on posting somewhere later this week because I'm going on a trip, and Wargaming just released a legendary camo for this vehicle. So yeah, I got like 4 YAG videos up this month. Although at the end of the day, as I always tell people, I post 2 videos a day. So if you can't deal with the fact that one of them is on a YAG and a vehicle you've already seen, then you don't need to watch it. Today we're playing in the YAG because I finally have the scoop camo on it. I don't think I've actually seen anybody using this camo yet. Wargaming deposited it into my account finally, so we're actually able to take a look at the camo, and I actually think it looks pretty sick. Let's see it here and get a full picture. There you go. I think this camo looks pretty cool. We got a big old neon sign. We got a little crab. I'm not sure why there's a Mr. Krabs on the side, but there is. We got a melted ice cream cone as the hatch. Ice cream cone, yes. Either way, we got a melted ice cream cone as the hatch, which is a really smart idea. And then we got a little ice cream shop with a crab. I actually think this camo looks sick. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. And unlike the Mighty camo, where you also need to purchase the side rails, which I don't even have on the tank, this one comes with all the 3D attachments included, which is pretty cool. Now, obviously, when new camos are released, they cost a lot. This one's gonna be around 6,500 gold if you want to get it when the offer does pop up. But usually they go down to like 3,500 once it's been a few months, and it is a camo after all, so it's not something that's going to actually affect the in-game performance of your tank, which is something that you should keep in mind. But yeah, camos are cool. I personally really like them. I know that there's, as usual, going to be some people out there that are like, I don't like fun camos. I only like World War II camos. And my reply is usually the same. You are playing a game where the average player is probably 15 years old. So if you want an audience and historical camos that are not representative of the player base, then I wouldn't recommend playing a mobile game meant for children. But that's just the reality, I'm gonna be honest. I just love how we got this little like whole thing that pops out on the side. Well, we're gonna be dishing up some ice cream for all the people today. So let's head over towards the heavy flank, and that's because we're sure as hell not going to push it over towards the medium flank. What do we have up against us? 50B, E100, E75, a Minnow, and a T95. So that is basically 5 heavily armored vehicles on their team. And some of them are really nasty, like the Minnow, for example, is going to be a really nasty tank. In 2 shots, the Minnow can deal 980 damage, which is about the same as my Tungsten can deal with an AP. A little bit more, in fact. But we have the advantage of just chunking a lot harder in a single penning shell. So we do have the Minnow crossing. Oh, but there you go. Nice 784 into the 50B. Yeah, his game's over. Not really sure why he tried crossing that. But yeah, his game's over, not gonna lie. So we're gonna reload here. And we're gonna see if that E75 decides to poke us. We're gonna chill right here. And oh, 930 into his lower plate. And then we back up. See, this is where driving a YAG feels insane. Because when you're able to get it into this town-style environment, and you're able to get the gun to work as well, it does just feel incredible. And, you know, we have the Minnow in front of us, and just gonna slap him with a heat shell for 691. I mean, what do you do to counter that? We have so much pen that it's just almost impossible to actually make a proper counter against the YAG in this type of position. So we're going to chill here, and we're going to load in another heat shell. Looks like the Minnow is actually turning and putting himself in a spot where we can move up. So we're going to position our tank in a way that we can also move up, and we're going to aim it on the enemy Minnow. Oh my rat. 1,000 damage into his tank. Let's hope that the 183 rolls over here, which he does. However, he misses the shot. I can't really back up, so I'm just going to take the shot from the Minnow and hope that our concept has somewhat of a brain. Of course. Really, concept, really. Way to be useless, bro. I don't know why he wouldn't kill the minnow. That was such a stupid decision, bruh. Alright, well, we're gonna reload, and let's see. T-95 gets shot at by 2 separate players, and that gives him the opportunity to poke. I'm not going to really... Or not the concept, sorry. T-95 gets shot at. So we're going to aim it on the T-95 ourselves, and... Oh! There you go. 742 damaging shell into his tank, and that obviously takes his capabilities out of the game. So with that in mind, the enemy team only has 3 vehicles left that I care about. A grill is obviously a scary tank, and I don't know exactly where the grill is. But what I do know is there's an E100 right in front of me, and we are going to load a gold shell, or not even gold, we're just going to fire an AP of 870. Really? That's a little Kringler. A little bit Chris Kringler. Well, we see where the 4005 is. I don't know why I thought it was a grill. It's a 4005, but it doesn't really matter too much. Either way, we're going to aim in, and we're going to aim in on that 4005. There you go. Say goodbye. Alright, we don't have a damage track or anything, and I'm going to make it so this T-54 cannot get on my side, so it's going to be a little challenging for this T-54 to really outplay us here. 934 damage into his hatch, and now the T-54 is going to start to panic, and we're going to make sure that he really cannot get around us here, so we're just going to back up like this, and he doesn't know what to do. I mean, obviously he's bad at the game, but it really doesn't take away the fact that, wow! That's how you get robbed out of free damage right there. That was one of the easiest shots I've ever seen in my life, and Wargaming said, nope, you're not allowed to pen that. I mean, look at how gray that turret cheek was, and classic Blitz moment there. Yeah, playing this game sometimes makes you not enjoy life. Guess we'll load a gold shell. That is really annoying, though, because we would have probably gotten another 800 damage out of this game, which would have put us at over 8,000 damage. But doesn't matter how skilled you are sometimes. The game says no. Alright, well, let's reload, and... I mean, we did fine, so I really can't get mad. Yeah, there's the Jagdpanzer. Wow, that was a pretty easy farm, I'm not gonna lie. That was one of the easiest farms I've had in a while. And it shows you where this tank can be incredibly dangerous. 8,070 damage, literally could have been a 9,000 damage, almost game, if our shell hadn't have bounced that T-54 turret. That's really disappointing, but oh well. I mean, sometimes there's not much you can do about it, right? Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I think we're gonna end off the video there. You know, normally I like to continue and be like, oh yeah, we're going to play another game. But I think 8,000 damage is enough for me, and I don't want to end off on some sort of tragic defeat after that. So, yeah, the Jag is a really dangerous tank, and the gun is surprisingly accurate, especially because I'm running refined. I've got 0.29 dispersion with one of the highest alphas in the game. It features tungsten, and it has armor. The problem with the Jag comes to the fact of it's just slow. On that map, on a townside engagement, when the enemy team has 5 heavy style vehicles, and we have good DPM, and we have good armor, it works great. But when you're on a map like Canal, Castilla, and you are this massive vehicle in a situation where mobility is key and view range is key, that's where the Yag kind of sucks. So I'm not going to say the Yag's a bad tank by any means, but at the same time, my win rate is a bit lower than I'd like it to be at 66% compared to my heavies, which are sitting around 74 to 75%. So that's almost a 10% win rate difference. So that is something to keep in mind. Either way, this is the Yag. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.